Okay, fans, welcome here to Minneapolis Gymnasium on February 5th, 2009. We're here for a double duel that was going to just be a one duel. I guess the Lions needed to get a date in here with Republic County, so this ended up being a spot where they could do so. So Republic County's got a limited squad, but they are here doing a kind of a warm-up for us, I guess.
Well, no, actually, I think this is a makeup.
Oh, is this a makeup?
Yeah, early in the year, it's a makeup date, and Republic County, as Dale mentioned, kind of a limited squad here. You're watching John Corman at 125 wrestling Nick Werman, and we pick up here in the third period. Corman on top has had Werman close to being pinned once, had some back points already. And now he's got him locked up into a cradle. He rolled him over on his back. I think he's done, Dale.
Pretty close. Well, you know more about wrestling than I thought you did.
Well, I've been watching Dusty and listening to Dusty, actually, and there Corman plants the Republic County wrestler a pin in the third period, and a nice job there by John Corman. And we're open at 1:30. Dusty
makes the score in the match: Lions 24, Republic County 0.
And Republic County's the 135s out there. He's going to have to wait until they give Dusty the forfeit. As Dale mentioned, Republic County open at quite a few weight classes. Now Dylan Hackett will wrestle at 135, I think.
With that forfeit, it's 30-0.
Hackett wrestling Trenton Colburn. And Hackett's got him in trouble right away. 2-point takedown right there. And
looks like we have some new togs this year.
Yes. I was going to ask you, Dale, did you hear on the radio? I guess Dusty was up last night. Told me that Andy Griffith signed with Kansas Wesleyan over there to play football next year.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. Congratulations to Andy.
And there's he pinned him right there as Hackett gets Colburn over on his back. And Hackett with a pin in the first period here. Hackett had a little bit of a rib injury up at Concordia last week. Had to forfeit his match against Pratt and Beloit.
Makes the score 36-0. Lions. Ustry, I believe.
Sean Ushray.
Ushray, yeah.
Two 135s here, I guess. Hackett and Ushray. And it just so happens that Republic County had two 135s also. This would be Austin Barnes. He's got a leg on Ushray and takedown. 2 points Republic County there. I don't think this is the freshman. This is probably Trenton Colburn. The other one that wrestled Hackett was probably Austin Barnes, the freshman. This guy looks like he's a little more than...
A little more than a freshman.
He's got the leg there to keep Ushray from going off. Now he's got the leg locked up. Ushray would be good to get out of bounds here because he's going to roll him over. It always amazes me, Dale, how some of these wrestlers get those legs locked in there and really have some leverage. Well, I don't know. Ushray's got him. I do know my knee would pop out of joint if I did some of that stuff.
I've seen elbows disconnect and all sorts of stuff. It's sometimes not a pretty picture. Buddy knows here for Sean.
2-0 Republic County here in the first period. 135 class, Sean Ushray. Wrestling Republic County, and he seems to know what he's doing, doesn't he, Dale?
Mm-hmm. He's been through a war or two.
Yeah, Andy will go over the, I think it's Dave Dallas, football coach at Kansas Wesleyan, announced he was very happy that he got the lineman signed that he wanted to, offense and defense. He liked to get a few extras there.
Never hurts to have extras.
Said he went after his lineman first. Now he said he's going to go after a quarterback. So I guess he must have had a reserve to start with. He gets one for the escape. Sean gets away from him just right at the buzzer at the end of the first period. And the score is 2-1. Well, your Cats played fairly decent. Ladies last night, they held on, or came from behind and scratched out a win.
Yeah, I saw the last part of that half there. I was informed that they'd been up earlier in the first half. But
boys played well the day before.
big test down at Texas A&M Saturday.
Take on Mark Turgeon's bunch. Ushray doing a good job as Colburn unable to roll him over. He shoots in and got the arm bar in there.
I watched the last part of the Missouri-Texas game too. Texas get beat last night.
That didn't hurt my feelings much, but I kind of like any team to beat Missouri though.
Yeah.
He's got him locked up, and I think it's what they call a figure four, and Ushray rolls right through it. Close to being on his back for back points, but not enough. Now almost gets away. 2-1. If he would get away, it'd tie this thing up. And Belleville wrestler does a good job keeping him on the mat. Not a lot of action here now. We've got a situation where they didn't look like they would advance either direction, so he has them reset in the middle. Sean could use an escape here, Dale, to get this thing tied up at the end of the second period. Pretty evenly matched right here.
A reversal would be even better. Put him in the lead. There it is.
He's trying for the cradle, and Sean just rolls him over on his back. Yeah, he's got him.
There's the reversal.
And now he's got the Belleville wrestler in trouble. He's going to get back points here, too, with 12 seconds left in the second period. He might even get him pinned. He's got both arms in the air. That was quite a reversal there by Ushray. And Coach Giles' little body English there is going to get him. No.
3 back points. Makes the score 6-2 in favor of Sean Ushray.
Republic County wrestler got out of position a little bit. Sean rolled him over as Colburn was trying for the cradle and got out of position, rolled him over. He's going to run him out of bounds. That's a nice job. We got a reversal and we got back points, so Sean's up 6-2 here in the third period. So he could afford to let him go one time, but he's not going to. He's got it in very good position, almost had him headed towards his back there. He's got him in trouble again. What a move. They're going to give him back points as he had him rolled over on his shoulders for a short time.
9-0, or 9-2, excuse me.
Oh, he's got him down again, Dale.
Yep.
I think he'll get him this time. Sean's pretty lanky and long. He did. He had to work at it. Finally gets him in the third period. Republic County wrestler, I think, ran out of gas. He had him early on, and Sean come back to finish him off in the third period here.
Got the pin. Makes the score 42-0 in favor of the Lions here.
Adam Klein, the next wrestler for Minneapolis, and he will have an opponent here. Adam Klein at 140 will wrestle Kyle Peterson from Republic County. Adam shoots in and misses. Quick to get the leg usually, and he's got them both right now, and he's going to have a takedown. And he lets him up. He's going to practice his takedown technique here. Republic County shoots in, and Adam's quick to get around behind for the takedown, 4-1. Well, Adam puts on about 10 pounds. He's going to be a pretty healthy, strong safety in football, won't he?
Yes, he will.
He's got back points here as he lets him up. 3 for a near fall there. I thought he had him. Now he gives him his 3 back points. Adam breaks him down. He's trying to get reached through for the cradle. Now he's got him armbar in, and that Republic County wrestler is in trouble here. 19 seconds left in the first period. He gets Adam up in the air and rolls out of it. Nice job by the Belleville Buffalo 140-pounder there. He was close to being pinned.
The score is 10-1 at the end of one period.
Well, I guess they have 240-pounders, Peterson and Walker, so you would have think they would have moved one of our wrestlers up, but and we do too. Colin Trickle will be 140 pounds, so that'll work out about right. Adam takes down. And Adam grabs a leg and has the Republic County wrestler in trouble. Matter of fact, he's got him on his back. And one leg. I don't believe he's going to get out of this one, Dale. It's a pin. Early in the second period, Adam Klein with the pin. Now Colin Trickle will wrestle. The other Republic County 140.
Another 6 points makes the score 48-0.
Which is Kyle Peterson. The other guy was Eric Walker.
Speaking of Republic County, I see in the paper where Roberts is playing again for the basketball team.
I was wondering if he finally made it back. I hadn't caught a box score.
Saw his name on the scorebook the other night.
Makes them a very formidable.
They were already
opponent. Trickle shoots in and it's got a leg. And he's going to have him a takedown if he can work his way up. And he almost had him, but still has a leg. They're out of bounds. Close. Peterson quick to roll over on Trickle there. Trickle was close. Takedown had the leg for a minute. Now he's got a leg. There we go. Two points for Trickle. It's 2-0 Minneapolis here. He's trying to get him rolled over and does.
That's different.
That is different. He's got the leverage. He's long and lanky. It's kind of the same way that Adam Klein had it, or Esray had his man down there for a minute. Trickle's not going to mess around. If he gets him over on his back, he's going to pin him. A crossface. He's got an arm. Just can't quite get him turned at the end of the first period. 4-0 Minneapolis. Trickle in the lead here. Colin, 140-pound freshman, Republic County wrestler, defers. And he's going to go down here to start the second period, 2-minute periods. Well, he rolls through that. There's a nice reversal by the Republic County wrestler there. Now he's got Colin Trickle on the defensive. It's 4-2. He locked his fingers. And that's a point for Trickle.
5-2.
Well, can you stand this 60-degree weather, Dale?
Just in a bad mood all day long because of it.
Oh, he's got him on his back now. He's got both arms too. He shoots the arm bar in here. We're gonna have another pin. Trickle, yeah, lets him roll out of it. He's got him back again. Near fall here. And they got him. I was telling you the other night, this Minneapolis wrestling team's pretty deep. Here's
54-0.
The stud here, Tate Omley, has no competition at 160. Or excuse me, I think they got those turned around. So I think Crossing weighs heavier, yeah.
66-0.
Omley's 160, Crossing's 171. Adam Klein, the big left tackle.
72-0.
And we get a match here with Andy Griffith from up north, our friends at Delphus. Andy Griffith, as I mentioned to Dale, has signed with K-Dub over in Salina. Andy will play football for Dave Dallas. Now he's got the escape here and a point, as Republic County had a 2-point takedown. It's 2-1 Republic County. I think they've got the score backwards, but this is Republic County's 215. This is Cody Philippi. I think I remember him in football.
Probably.
215, he's a sophomore.
Oh, well, they'll be counting on him for a few years, won't they?
Mm-hmm. But Andy's got a takedown and a 2-point takedown there as Philippi tries to set out. Now Andy's trying to break him down. He's got his arm, though. He lets him up. Reverse. Escape. And it is 4-2. Minneapolis. Andy Griffith had the 2-point takedown early on instead of Republic County. Now he's got his leg. Works his way up. Got a 2-point takedown right there.
6-2. A little more active contest than you expect to see out of 215-pounders.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get to mention Tate Omley goes to school down at El Saline High School. Comes up and wrestles on the Minneapolis wrestling team. Now when he goes to State, Dale, will he?
With sub-state and state, he'll be in Brookville's colors, El Saline colors.
El Saline. That's into the second period. Andy Griffith is up 6-2 over Philippi.
Actually, I think it was just one period, isn't it?
Pardon?
That was just one period, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. I was looking at the 2 and changed it.
They just switched the 2 real quick.
Is that how you'd pronounce his name?
I would say so.
Andy's got a takedown now. He's on top, got a leg. And the wrestler from Republic County just goes ahead and takes the headgear off and throws it off to the side. So no helmet protecting the ears now.
You ever seen a cauliflower ear?
We might here tonight.
Oh, it's nasty.
Tries to set out, and Andy's quick to have him back on his all fours, trying to break him down here. 1:15 left, second period, as Dale mentioned. Ahead of myself a little bit. Andy lets him up, and they're going to replace the headgear. Eight to 3, 1:06 left, second period. Andy Griffith and Cody Philippi, Republic County, as Russell grapplers are gathering. That'll be the next duel here at 6:30. 15-minute warm-up. Andy's got a leg, and they don't like that. Usually they got somebody getting ready with a towel to tap the referee when the time is getting close. It's kind of hard to watch the clock. Now Andy's got Philippi in trouble.
Several pins tonight against Republic County.
I believe they all did.
Yep.
Andy Griffith with the win there, and that makes
78-0.
Minneapolis the winner of this duel without too much question.
Oh, they got one more coming up too with no competition. I'll make the score 84.
Connor Flegler. He's a pretty good sized boy.
Yeah.
And we've got a 285 kid also, Jacob Snyder, but I don't see him, so.
He's filming next to us. Now we have some exhibition matches, I guess.
And this will be I don't know who this is. Is it Constable?
I have no idea.
If it is, isn't he the kid that's ranked in the state? We're told this is Daryl Simmons, 119-pound freshman, as evidently, Republic County has a 119 by the name of Chris Shrivener. And Simmons in a little bit of trouble here as Shrivener has him on his back here. He's got him locked up pretty good here too. End up with back points, and he rolls out of there. Near fall and back points, and Simmons gets out of that jam. 5-0. Shrivener, and they're out of bounds. 23 seconds left, first period. Simmons is down here as Shrivener gets a hold of him. Oh, he's got a armbar. He's shot in. I think he's got him now. Oh, saved by the bell. Simmons in a little bit of trouble there as Shrivener had him on his back. And before they got the back points, buzzer went off. 5-0 Republic County wrestler. Simmons doing a good job here. I thought he about had him rolled over. Trying to move him, does now. Had him for a second. But I think they've seen that one before tonight. A couple of times already. Be a pretty good crowd here tonight, Dale. The old alumni are starting to roll in. There's Metzler. He was a heck of a wrestler. JP. We'll have to get the camera on Coach Giles sometime. He puts a lot of body English into it. Trying to help his wrestler get him rolled over.
I hate to take the action off the kids to show him. It'd be nice to have two cameras going and sync them.
Turns sideways and shoots that arm in and everything else.
One on the coach and one on the kid.
Coach Mick, wrestling assistant, along with
Chaz
Hawk. As one of our assistants went over to Bennington this year to coach full-time and wrestling over there. I'll think of his name here in a little bit. Boy, he's almost got him rolled over. That's close. And time's going to expire here. Simmons almost had him rolled over on his back. And the Republic County wrestler has rolled out of that twice now.
You're talking about their head wrestling coach?
Yes.
He hadn't assisted here for a few years, I don't think.
Well, this is the first year they've had wrestling over at Pennington.
Yeah, but I don't think he assisted here last year. Could be wrong.
I could be wrong, yeah.
We had Nick and Hawk last year, too.
Yeah, but I thought we had I thought the deal was if we sent a coach over there, they were going to have to send somebody back over here to help with the underclassmen, and I don't know that it just didn't work out or whether I'm wrong. And
Pickerel is what you're talking
Pickerel, yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking of, but and maybe he didn't help last year. I might be wrong.
I don't remember him anyway.
Then I'm probably wrong. And we need some points here. He's got him if he could just, no. Now he's in trouble. And breaks out of it. Nice job there.
my memory says that when he became the head football coach at Bennington, he no longer was an assistant here. But I could be wrong.
You're probably right. I guess I'll always remember him as being part of the wrestling coaching staff.
Another Minneapolis extension of Bennington.
And they're off the mat. 32 seconds left, third period, as Simmons and Scrivener battling it out here. Scrivener's got a 9-point lead, 9-0. And Simmons needs to get Scrivener on his back here in the next 25 seconds. Kind of an exhibition match, as Dale mentioned, as both teams had an extra 119.
But you need get the kids the opportunity to wrestle against opponents.
Minneapolis other 119 is Weston Penn. Oh, he was working on him there,
that
wasn't
match ends 9-0 in favor of the Belleville wrestler.
Oh yeah, we've got a Torres up here. He's a wrestler.
So 84-0, the final score in this duel between Republic County and Minneapolis. Minneapolis wins another duel. The main event of the night, Russell, who I think is a pretty good squad.
Yeah. About a 10 or 15 minute break here, I think, Dale, and then we'll start the duel with Russell.
We shall return. Fans back to the gymnasium. We're here for a duel tonight with the Russell Broncos. First opportunity we've had to bring this to you on Channel 8 this year, live audio. And on the audio stream, we were going to have a real treat and have both Cleo and Troy Semino do the play-by-play in color, but they're both out chasing gas problems in Sylvan Grove and Salina, so you're stuck with Dale Leach and Mike Perry. Though Mike did a pretty good job here a little while ago on a duel with Belleville, Republic County, that we won 84-0 based on several pins and a lot of empty slots.
Didn't have too much trouble there. As Dale mentioned, it sure would be nice if Cleo would walk in right now, because he does have the expertise on the wrestling, and I hope he doesn't make too much fun of me and my, I call some of the holds that they get into. I know they're probably close but not correct.
Hopefully, the gas customers will leave him alone. He can join next Thursday for the last home match, senior night against Beloit.
So I look at the Russell lineup. They've got a fairly full squad, and then 152 through 285 are all seniors, so
yeah.
they could be tough.
I think they got a pretty healthy squad here. I don't know what the record is or anything, but
I did get some of the records of the Minneapolis kids, but Russell I don't have. We're about a minute and a half away from the start of the first match, and we will have two 103s. As a matter of fact, Nathan Reed, another 103 for Minneapolis, but Skylar Constable for Minneapolis, or Nathan Reed, one or the other.
Well, they'll probably start out with some, if there's multiple kids wrestling after introductions, they'll probably have some, well, no, before they do introductions, they'll probably have some exhibition matches, and then do the introductions, flag salute.
Flag salute.
Pledge of Allegiance. National anthem.
There you go.
And get into the varsity wrestling.
It looks like Russell fills out, and we've got two open, so we're going to have to...
so we're down 12 points as it is, huh?
Yeah.
That's never good. That means you have to get several pins in your active wrestlers.
Constable at 103 has a 10-6 record. Rex Trahan wrestles at 112. He's 15-7. And then Weston Penn at that tough 119 is 11-7. And these kids that I just mentioned are all freshmen. Darrell Simmons, we watched wrestle in an exhibition. He's a freshman. And John Corman, the junior, wrestles at 125. Dusty Greer, the only senior, excuse me, there are two other seniors on this club. Dusty Greer, 130, wrestles his record 17-9. Wrestled state last year at 125. Moves up a weight class to get Weston Penn in there at 119. Corman at 125. Hackett wrestles at 135. Dillon 14-5 record. Adam Klein wrestles 140. He's a junior, 140-pound junior. Adam Klein 21-8 on the year. And we're open at 145 and 152, so that could be tough. Tate Omley, the 160-pound stud from El Saline, wrestles at 160, and we're getting ready to go here with Constable and Jake Boxberger, I believe, for Russell.
Are you sure this is Constable?
No, I'm not.
I think it's a kid that, I think this is a exhibition match here.
Well, it's not Nathan Reed, I don't think.
Okay.
But
Reed.
I don't.
Reed.
It is. He's got his helmet down over his face. I can't tell, but this is Nathan Reed here, wrestling for Minneapolis against either Ryan Krause or Brian Nuss from Russell. He's got him tied up here in a figure four. And Nathan in a little bit of trouble here, and in a hold there where no progress is going to be made, they call it, and they go back to center of the mat. Reed sets out. Tries to escape here. Now he's got a leg. But the wrestler doing a good job wrapping the legs around him. Stays on top. Now he's got him on his back. He's going to have back points here. 2-0 right now as the wrestler. Nathan's close to getting out and does. They're going to give The Russell wrestler 3 points for near fall or back points, however you want to call it. 5-0 right now. Nathan on the bottom. And you gotta remember, these wrestlers, they're not kind to one another. They'll cram your head down and choke you, and
it's not for the faint of heart.
There's another.
There are certain things that are illegal.
And that grasp right there was as the Russell grappler locked the arm as you're not supposed to. I guess he reached around, locked, and Reed is awarded a point. That's the end of the first period. 5-1, Russell. Nathan Reed for Minneapolis, 103 weight class, has a 3-6 record. And the flip to see who goes down is won by Russell, and he goes down. Reed shot in there, has got, you can break him down, he'll have him, but the Russell wrestler grabs a leg, and Nathan, excuse me, keep wanting to call him Connor. And they're back in that leg and arm lockup where no one's going to move out of it. They move back to the center of the mat. And Nathan on top has an arm bar in. Tries to break him down. Wrestler just will not budge, will he?
Very good little wrestler.
There he does.
He's got some strength to him.
He's got an arm bar in there if he can roll him over. And he's got that arm a little bit too far back there that time, and the referee quick to jump in there before we have an injury. I know my collarbone was snapped a long time before that. 50 seconds left in the second period. Nathan needs to roll this cat over and get a point or two. And the Russell wrestler slams him down, and you can't.
It's a wicked body slam.
Throw him down like that, and I think Nathan lost the air and is awarded a point. And the referee, nice to go over and let him know what he did wrong. Nathan's okay, just lost his air for a minute. I think you got to put him down easy.
A little easier than that.
He's pretty strong looking little 103 pounder there from
yes, he's a well-developed
Russell.
young man.
Nathan gets a minute or two to get the air circulating again. He's ready. And they're going to put the wrestler down. That's a penalty for slamming Nathan. Nathan on top here. Got an arm shot in there. Got him broke down there for a minute. And the Russell wrestler gets a leg wrapped around, and It's leverage, nothing but leverage, isn't it, Dale?
Leverage, strength, and smarts.
Nathan's got the crossface in, working on that cradle. He's got it. Can get him turned over. Nope, had it for a minute. He runs out of time, 5-2. Russell Wrestler is going to take up. Nathan moves right in. I think he's feeling okay.
You know, Mike, I remember our first squads my senior year when wrestling first started in Minneapolis, 69-70 season. Had all sorts of kids that had never wrestled and a coach that had never coached wrestling. And
would that coach have been Knox?
Yes. They would go to meets with a book that showed holds, and they'd see what somebody else is doing. They'd look that up, try to mimic it.
Nathan's trying to turn him here. He's got a pretty good, and he does. Rolls him out of there. No points. Well, you had some pretty good wrestlers. You had Bud Davis. I'll start up there. You had Orville Clinton, Rich Kendall. And
Hamilton. Hamilton was the first state champ, I think.
Nate. Oh, Jim.
Yes,
Yeah, Jim.
It was not that year, but within a couple of years.
Yeah, the year after. Pretty good wrestler of his own. He's got an arm shot in there. The wrestler trying to roll Nathan over. He's going to get him over. Had him there before. Nathan's gotten out of the predicament, but he might have him this time around if he gets his arm out from underneath his head. He pulls it out now. He should be able to. Nathan's going to have to hold on here. 5 seconds left in the third period. He's trying to roll out of there.
Nathan escapes the pin.
3 points, back points.
Decision to the Nuss from Russell.
Is that Nuss, you think?
I thought I heard you say his name.
Yeah, it's either Nuss or Krause. I don't know which.
Welcome to Minneapolis High School, tonight's NCAA contest. Tonight's action features the Russell Broncos versus the Minneapolis Lions.
Now we get into the introductions. One exhibition match.
For Minneapolis Weight Class 103, Skylar Constable. For Russell, Jake Boxberger.
Boxberger, the senior.
Weight Class 112.
We'll get the freshman constable, Rex Strahan. Freshman. Asada, a 112-pound sophomore. Weston Penn. And Nash Karst will be the under 19 from Russell. John Corman for Minneapolis. Schmidberger, the junior, will wrestle in front of the senior Colombo, 125. Dusty Greer, the 130-pounder. Dakota Gregg, freshman for Russell. Dylan Hackett. Sean Ussery we watched earlier. I think they're going to wrestle one of their 125s against Dusty at 130 because they introduced Dakota Gregg wrestling against.
Weight class 152, Minneapolis is open. And for Russell, Michael Cook. Weight class 160 for Minneapolis, Nate Amelie.
Cook must wrestle at 152. Banks will wrestle Tate Omley, senior. Omley, a sophomore. At 171, Austin Crossan.
2 easy wins tonight.
Yes. Andy Griffith's going to have his hands full again. Weighmaster for Russell, 215-pound senior, Flegler.
Flegler with 2 easy wins.
Oh, good. They don't have their 285, so Flegler's open. And gets a win there, so that kind of evens up the 2 opens we have earlier.
No national anthem unless they did it prior to the first match.
They did.
They did, all right.
Young
Since I
lady.
was here late, not anticipating that first duel.
Skylar Constable will lead it off for Minneapolis. 103-pound freshman has a 10-6 record. Boy, when they're that young and light, they don't have a lot of.
Jacob says that he thinks we beat him before in a duel.
It's good. I think Bloit would probably be up there at the top of the league in
Definitely.
wrestling. This is Kraus, or excuse me, Boxberger. At 109 against Constable. 103-pound freshman for Minneapolis. Constable, a pretty good wrestler right here. Shot in, got it to the leg, can get him turned. Boxberger cross faces, tries to get him back, but Constable still has the leg. Boxberger, long-legged dude. Constable trying to get him rolled over, still has the leg. Kind of looks like a pretzel there with everyone locked up. Leg, arm, leg, arm. Constable still has a leg and turned loose of it now. A takedown is awarded to Boxberger, 2 points. We were okay until Constable turned loose of the leg. Couldn't work his way up. That's what you need to do when you shoot in on that leg, is work your way up. Constable trying to set out as goes out of bounds. And he will be down 2-0 Russell. Boxberger on top. And Constable almost out of there. He's got a pretty good deal here going there. He's got an arm and a leg. Now he turns loose of the arm. Russell wrestler has him. Constable in a little bit of trouble here as the wrestler Boxberger had him. He slips out of there, but he's going to get 3 points for near fall or back points. Now he's shot in, got the arm bar in there, and we're in trouble. Saved by the bell there.
Down 7-0 in this match.
Boxberger got that arm in there. If it would have gone another 30 seconds, I'm afraid we'd been in trouble. That Constable on his back. Russell wrestler will take down here. Constable doing a good job breaking him down right there. Needs to get a takedown here. And he's got a leg, but Boxberger is on top of him. I don't know how he got that way, but now Constable's on his back, and he's got a arm bar in there. He's in trouble. Boy, he got out of there somehow, but now he's back on his backside again, and he's pinned. Boxberger, pretty good wrestler there from Russell.
Russell goes up 6-0.
We get Rex Trahan here. He'll go against Danny Ostay. Rex had a good match up at Concordia against one of the Beloit wrestlers. Did a good job. Pinned his man. Maybe that was against Pratt. It was must have been 3 or 4 duels over the weekend as Ostay gets a leg and they are out of bounds. No points awarded there. Now Rex shoots in and has a leg. Ostay's got one also. Rex can work his way up. They sprawl out pretty good. It's kind of hard to work your way up. Rex is going to pick him up. They get locked up, there's no action, and the ref gets them started again in the middle of the mat. Ostay, well put together, little 112 pounder, I guess it is. Rex Trahan for Minneapolis. 10-9 record. Rex almost a takedown there. Trying to gain a little bit of advantage here with the arms, and Ostay with a trip and a takedown. And Rex tries to set out, but Ostay has him broke down on the mat here. 10 seconds left in the first period, 6-0. Russell. And that's the way the first period will end. Ostay 6, Rex Trahan nothing.
2-0, I think. The 6 is our
Oh yeah,
team score.
I'm on the wrong side. 2-0 on just the takedown by Ostay, and both wrestlers are up here to start the second period. And Rex is watching out for that trip. Ostay throws that leg out there and has him off balance. Had a takedown early on for the 2 points he's got right now. They're out of bounds, 2-0 Ostay. Russell wrestler. Nearest to you, Rex Trahan, Minneapolis on the far side. Rex sprawls to keep Ostay off that leg, and Rex learned his lessons on that trip, hasn't he, Dale?
Yes, he has.
Rex gets him pushed out of bounds. Still 2-0 Russell. 42 seconds left, second period. Rex shoots in, got a leg. Ostay's been there before. He sprawls out rather well. Other than that, not too much action here. Ostay gets around behind Rex, and that's 2 points. Rex works his way up. He got a leg.
No points. It's 4-0 right now, this day. For Russell. 3.4 seconds left this period.
The way the second period will end, Russell, Ostay, 4 points, Trahan, Minneapolis, 0, and we start the third period. Weston Penn will be next at 119. Ostay tries tripping Rex again, but Rex won't have anything to do with it.
So Rex is going to have to get something going pretty quick here to get some points.
Well, he shot in a couple times, had the leg, but just not able to work his way up as Ostay sprawls out rather well.
He's longer-legged for sure.
Minute left in this match. As Dale mentioned, Ostay's kind of held off Rex so far, and Rex needs to get something going here. He's behind 4 points. Ostay awful quick to get around behind Rex. Now he's got Rex in a figure 4. He's got him on his back. I don't know if Rex is going to be able to kick out of that or not. Does roll over. They're not going to award back points.
15 seconds.
Just the takedown, I believe.
13.1 ticks. 4-0 still the score.
Okay. I'll go for that. Rex is down here. Not a lot of time to Ostay with locked hands.
It's 6-1 now. I guess we didn't see him put the other 2 points up there.
Yeah, I thought they were going to award him another 2 at the takedown there. 6-1 Russell. Rex is down for Minneapolis. Seven seconds. Rex trying to set out. Stand up, but he can't. That's the way it's going to end. 6-1 Russell. Ostay for Russell. It's a good match. Rex gave him everything he could handle. Ostay, a good little wrestler there.
9-0, is it?
Now we get Weston Penn, and
They can get 3 points for a decision. They started it up on the board yet.
6 for a Penn, 3 for a decision.
I think is the way it goes. That was the second wrestler, right?
Yes.
Yes. Now there's the 9 points. It's 9-0.
This is Weston Penn for Minneapolis wrestling. The 119-pound freshman. I think he's wrestling a junior from Russell. He's got a leg, and he's got a takedown too. 2 points, Weston Penn. Quick, strong, and he's got some pretty good wrestling skills. I watched him up at Concordia. He flat worked the Beloit kid up there.
Didn't break your heart, huh?
No. Fun to watch. And Weston gets him broke down here. got an arm bar in there. 49 seconds left, first period. And Minneapolis needs to make up some points here. Weston's got a pretty good deal going here. He's got a wrestler in trouble. Oh my. They get him out of bounds as Weston has the wrestler on his back.
2-0.
Yeah, good job breaking him down there before he can get away. There he breaks him down. 22 seconds left first period. Weston trying for that cradle. He's got an arm. If he can get him turned here. Just not quick enough to shoot it. That's the way the first period will end. Wrestler in trouble once. Weston had him on his back, and looks like Russell will choose here.
It's 2-0.
And he's going to take up. Weston's going to take down.
It's good. Get a point for an escape, 2 for reversal here.
And Weston will almost get out of there. Now he's got both legs. But the wrestler is on top here. Got an arm in there. Weston standing up. Two 2-0 Minneapolis. Weston pin for Minneapolis is down. Wrestler on top. He best be ready to go because Weston was right behind him quickly. That's a reversal and a takedown. Not quite a takedown. We'll be here in just a minute though.
4-0 is the score.
And Weston's got him locked up now. He's listening to the Coach Giles. He says crossface him, and he's close to having him on his back. Weston doing a good job here, leading 4-0 in the second period. Yeah, he's riding him here. He's catching a little breather. He's trying to get him rolled over. Well, they awarded a point there, didn't they, Dale?
I wasn't watching close enough. It's not on the board yet if they did.
That or it was a warning for stalling. Now Weston's got an arm and a crossface.
Must have been a warning. 10 seconds.
Trying to work that arm through there. Now he's got him in trouble. Oh, he rolls through. Weston had him for just a second. And the wrestler did a good job there rolling through that because Weston had the arm shot in.
4-0 after 2 periods.
Weston's down here as the wrestler. Boy, back behind him in a heartbeat. And the reverse. Now Weston's back on top.
6-0.
See if we can get him broke down and turned over. Weston's had him close twice. And he's got his arm under him. If he can just get that leg over, he'll roll him over. Coach says, there you go. He's got his arm pinned underneath him. Throws the elbow into the back of the neck. Yeah, now he's got him. He's going to get both arms behind him. I saw Weston with the Beloit wrestler. He had both of them back there. 45 seconds left. Now he's got, kind of lulls him to sleep a little bit, and then he jumps the other side and shoots in. And wrestler doing a good job keeping himself from getting on his back. Now he's got a leg, and Weston's going to have him in trouble if he could just keep him right there, and does. Weston's going to get some back points here as he's got both arms. And he rolls through it again. 3 points for being on his back points.
Yep. 1 point awarded for illegal move there by Weston. 9-1 to score. 8.5 seconds.
He's working up a sweat. Too much Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
9-1, Minneapolis. Weston pin on top, and that's the way it's going to end. Nice job, Weston.
9-3 the score in favor of Russell.
Like we get a couple evenly matched wrestlers here when John Corman for Minneapolis. And Schmidberger for Russell.
The weight class is
John's going to have his hands full here. Schmidberger, pretty muscular little dude, isn't he? So is John.
Two to 1 the score in favor of Russell. Schmidberger.
I like watching 119, 125, 130. Those guys are cat quick and a bit strong. Well, they shot in. He's got a leg on John. John is going to have to kick out of that thing, and does. No, he's got another takedown. He's got John in trouble here.
4-1.
Foreman on his back, trying to roll out of this thing. 4-1. Schmidberger has got John kind of locked up here. He's in trouble. Nice job, Foreman. Almost rolled out of that thing, but Russell wrestler rolls him right back over. Now Corman, nothing but strength to keep him out of that predicament. He's still got him locked up.
Seconds.
Foreman trying to hold on here. And Schmidberger rolls him over on his shoulders. Both legs locked up. Three points. Back points. John able to keep from getting pinned there as Schmidberger.
John's a little disoriented here. Looks like. 7-1 after 2 periods. John's going to have a real good period now to bring this out.
Schmidberger well versed in a few of those intricate moves there. I wish Cleo was here to tell us exactly what he did, but well, he had him locked up pretty well there, and then rolled him over on his shoulders, almost pinned him before the buzzer. Corman's capable of doing the same thing to Schmidberger here. Very quick wrestler, this Schmidberger from Russell. Pretty muscular dude. He gets behind John, gets him up in the air, and throws him down. Takedown.
John's 9-1.
John's back up on his feet again, though. And Schmidberger rolls him back over. 9-1. Turns him loose. He's going to reassess this. Corman shoots in, has a leg. Misses it initially, but it gets in now on the leg as these wrestlers sure can sprawl.
30 seconds to go. 11-2 the score.
You're right. You mentioned Russell has a pretty good wrestling team. They do. 9-4 so far in the team scoring. Corman here trying to stand up against this Russell wrestler. Can't get out of there. That's the end of the second period. Corman doing a good job there. Will be down here to start the third period. 11-2. Schmidberger. Maybe it's James Colombo. They've got two 125s. Corman stands up. And the escape.
11-3. Corman's going to need a pin to win this.
It is Tyson Schmidberger, as I hear the crowd yelling for him. Pretty quick. Get behind you in a heartbeat. Now he's up on top. He's got John broke down. He jumps on top of him. Not quite takedown yet, but now there it is. He slips back behind John. 13-3 now. .57 seconds left, third period. And Schmidberger's just gonna be up and give John a point. 13-4. Schmidberger has a formidable opponent here, wants to practice maybe another takedown here with 35 seconds left. John not really wanting to give in here. Yeah, he's in on real deep there. He's got Corman for a takedown. Schmidberger in real deep with had both legs. Now trips John down to the mat. 10 seconds left. 15-4. And that's the way this match will end. Schmidberger, a pretty good little wrestler there from Russell, wins this match 15-4. Now at 130 pounds, so we'll have Dusty Greer.
Makes the score 13-9 overall.
And I think it's...
I don't know how we got 4 points on our decision.
That was Weston Pins. Yeah, I don't know either. Here we have Dusty Greer. And I don't know if this is their other 125 James Colombo or whether it's Dakota Gregg. Dusty's breaking him down here. If he can grab a leg, he'll have a takedown here. Dusty's working him. Got him broke down pretty good. There, he got him. Need to get around behind him. Greer with the takedown. 2-0 Minneapolis. Dusty's got the arm. Yeah, he's got him turned over too. He's shot in. Greer's got him in trouble. Dusty see if he would have had that other muffin last night at the house, he would have had him pinned easier there. Dusty Greer with the pin right there. First period.
He wanted to make a way in, huh? Makes the score 13-10 in favor of Russell with that pin.
Now Hackett. And the Russell wrestler needs some headgear. That guy's wrestling Hackett. He looks a little light, doesn't he? That's what they might be doing, is moving up the other 125 to wrestle Hackett here. Sure doesn't look like he weighs 140 or 135. Dylan Hackett here for Minneapolis. And I think this is Jody Fox for Russell. Oh, Hackett got a leg. Coach Giles wants him to move back, but boy, he's way out in front. Better stay where he's at. He gets out there too far, the Russell wrestler is going to have a takedown. If he pulls his head out, he'll have him. I think we got lucky there.
0-all, 1:08 to go, first period. Understand that his father, Kevin, is going back to work tomorrow.
Wonderful.
After his long layoff after the accident at Minneapolis Raceway last summer.
Dylan's got a leg. He's got a takedown too. 2 points, Minneapolis. Nice job, Dylan. He's got an arm shot in too. He's trying to roll him over. He rides a little high on the shoulders when he's on top, doesn't he? It's kind of scary, but I guess he's got both feet locked in back behind. He's trying to get him rolled over, and he's got the leverage if he can get an arm in there. Now he's got an arm in there. Turning. Dylan had him moving. 2-0 Minneapolis. Hackett with a nice job there. We're going to defer, and everyone's up. Start the second period. Dylan can hold on now. He's got a leg. He could stand up and get him up in the air a little bit. Russell wrestler doing a good job breaking Dylan down. He's on top. Now he's got the leg. Work your way up, Dylan, and you'll be just fine. Those are Russell wrestlers in flat sprawl. Now he's got him.
Another one of those violent takedowns. Pancake.
A little bit too much body slam, and we get a point for Russell. 2-1. They watch that, don't they?
Yeah.
That was not quite as violent as the other one, but close enough to call. Hackett with a 14-5 record. for Minneapolis, wrestling at 135 pounds.
1:23 to go in this second period. It's 2-1 Minneapolis. Hackett still down in the team standings, 13-10.
And we need this one because we've got a couple opens later on. Hackett, good job there as the Russell wrestler tried to shoot in, and Hackett broke him down. Now he's got him in trouble. He's got him, had him. He can get shot in there. Dylan's got an arm in there. Oh, he's got him locked up into a cradle there. He's got him on his back. And a pin. Dylan Hackett.
We'll take that.
Got him locked up into the cradle and rolls him over on his back for a quick pin there.
Team points, Minneapolis takes the lead, 16-13.
Sean Esray will wrestle another 100.
Well, he's open. 6 points our way, 22-13.
Well, he's the same weight as Dylan Hackett. That's what I don't understand. So we get Adam Klein here at 140. Adam Klein with a 21-8 record. Usually get a little tougher match. You get up to 140, and Adam's probably got his hands full here with Kaufman. I was going to say Trey, but it's Tay Kaufman, T-A-Y Kaufman. 140-pound sophomore. Adam Klein. That hard-hitting free safety for Minneapolis at 140-pound junior. Towards the end of the year, he wasn't afraid to run full speed and smack somebody, was he?
He ended up being a heck of a running back, is what he ended up being.
Hard runner. Started carrying the ball later in the year because of attrition. Minneapolis running out of running backs. Adam says, give it to me, I'll run it. And did. No points yet.
He's going to make you
Now we got it.
Though.
Takedown, Adam Klein. Seems like when we get them down, we haven't had too much trouble getting them pinned tonight, Dale. Klein on top here. 10 seconds left, first period, leading 2-0. Russell on the bottom here, and Adam's going to let this time run out. 2-0 Minneapolis. Adam Klein, 140-pound junior.
As quick as I wanted it to. Forgot to quit recording it. Couldn't understand why the tape didn't pop out.
Adam Klein here on the bottom to start the second period. He's got a reverse going for him, but Russell quick enough to get back on top. Crossface Adam. 2-0 Minneapolis right now. And Minneapolis leading 22-13 in the team points after Greer and Hackett both pin their man. Minute left, second period, and Adam Klein on bottom. kind of cruising here a little bit, leading 2-0. Stood up. Oh. Adam stood up, almost had the escape. Now he's up. I think that's the second warning for that, whatever it is. Adam stood up with the wrestler on top of him. Now Adam's got a leg. Can get him turned over. Does.
That reversal. 4-0.
2 points for that reversal. Now Adam's going to see if he can break him down, and the wrestler not willing to comply, and he stands up. Adam's not going to let him loose, so he's got a leg, and wrestler sprawls out, but Adam's still in. Now he gets the 1 point for the reverse, or the escape, excuse me, yeah.
Time expires in the second period. It scores 1 in favor of Adam Klein.
Wrestler is down to start third period. Adam on top. Adam's going to keep him probably pretty close to the mat this time around, as Kaufman was able to stand up earlier. Adam's trying to get those hands locked up into that cradle. And wrestler does stand up. Adam still got a hold of him. Adam just picks him up and walks out of bounds with him, and they'll start over.
4-1 still. 1-12 in the match.
A little tougher match than I anticipated here. Klein with a 21-8 record for Minneapolis. Now he reaches in and gets a hand. This wrestler is able to get on his feet. And there's the escape. 4-2 now.
45 seconds. Adam needs to be careful. Takedown will tie it.
And Adam's going to get one himself here, 2 points. Adam. Nope, they take him away. Now they got it. Yeah. He had the hand still on the arm, still on the leg, and Adam finally got that broke loose and was awarded the 2 points. 10 seconds left, and that's probably the way we're going to end this thing. Adam Klein with a hard-fought victory here, 6-2, 140-pound weight class. Good match there.
Make the score at least 25-13. Yes, 25-13. I still don't understand how that 4 points got up there.
We have an open there at 1:45.
No explanation on scoring, and there sometimes there is.
Now we have Tate Omley at 160 for Minneapolis. Sean Banks for Russell. Tate Omley, the running quarterback from El Saline.
Oh, a major decision by 8 to 14 points is 4 points. 8 points or less is 3 points. That's why we got 4 on that one.
There you have it. Tate Omley for Minneapolis. Well put together young man, as you can remember him carrying the ball.
And throwing the ball.
And throwing the ball. Just a sophomore.
Tied a national record, throwing 5 touchdown passes against the Lions in 1 quarter.
In 1 quarter, mercy. Got his hands full here with Russell. This wrestler is pretty stout. Tate shoots in, he's got a leg if he can work his way in. Every match I've seen him in has been a tough one. Omley with a 17-8 record. Both pretty strong individuals here. 0-0 at the end of the first period. Omley takes down to start the second period, or the Russell wrestler takes up, one or the other. Omley stood up, almost able to get around on him. And does. There's a 1-point reverse, and Omley was moving in on the leg as we take the lead 1-0. Both wrestlers up here. Neither able to advance much on a takedown in the first period. We'll see if Omley's got something else in mind here, as he almost had a leg there at the end of that last fracas over there before they went off the mat. It's either Cook or Banks, I don't know which. Both seniors. Be good for Tate to get a nice takedown against this wrestler. And there he's got him in deep. Got him taken down too. They're almost off, and they are. Omley gets in deep and plants him, and is awarded 2 points for the takedown.
Thought I might see some El Saline fans up here that I recognize, but I don't see them.
There we're locked up in the middle. Omley on top, Russell on the bottom. Omley working the arm, is trying to roll him over. Now he's got the advantage. He's got an arm and jumps back to the back quickly as Russell wrestler there almost had him turned. Well, Russell wrestler's pretty quick. Omley was shooting in, and he scooted out of bounds right now.
3-0 in favor of Tate Omley. 1.7 seconds in this period.
He just holds on to finish off the second period as Omley with a takedown there leads 3-0. Both wrestlers are up here to start third period. Tries the crossface on Omley, and he's not having anything to do with it. Now he shoots in pretty deep. Wrestlers have been fairly consistent about sprawling out. Now he's in deep. Got him picked up too, and that was a takedown.
2 points. That's 5-0.
Wrestler made a mistake there, letting Tate get in both arms in deep around the waist, and Tate just picks him up and puts him down. Nice takedown there for Omley. 5-0. Minneapolis leading in the team score, also 25-19. 50 seconds left in this third period. Now he's got an arm bar in there. He's trying to roll him over. Omley just holding on here. He's got the win. And he's going to get him turned over too.
Ticks on the clock, still 5-0.
I guess they get that arm in there just right, and this referee doesn't like him to get him turned back there too far. Quick to blow the whistle, they start again from the middle. Omley riding it out here with 5 seconds left in the game. That's the way this one's, or match, that's the way this one's going to end. Tate Omley 5-0 over the wrestler, Sean Banks.
Make the score 28-19. Crossing.
Now 171 is Austin Crossan. And I think we get Michael Cook, the other wrestler from Russell. They're kind of in between weight classes there. This is Austin Crossan for Minneapolis.
He's down.
And the Russell wrestler has got Austin in a little bit of trouble here. He's got the arm shot in there. And Austin almost rolls out of it.
Andy.
Goodness.
Makes the score 28-25. Dimmed that 9-point lead real quick, didn't
That dimmed it. Jacob.
We get another 6 here. Jacob's empty slot.
Klein here, and that's Russell is open.
34-25.
Look at this dude. Andy's going to have his hands full here. I think they met up at Concordia last weekend. This will be Andy Griffith for Minneapolis. Against Adam Waymaster for Russell. Waymaster looks like he goes about 245. Looks a little bigger than Andy.
Yes, taller. More bulk.
Keep moving, Andy. This guy's trying to get a leg. Andy stands up. There's a good job, Andy Griffith. Nice job, Andy, getting out of that predicament over there. Russell Wrestler, I thought, was going to get a takedown, and Andy quick to get out of harm's way. 34-25 in the team standings. Minneapolis leading by 9. Andy wrestling this Weighmaster from Russell at 2:15. Andy's pretty sturdy now. He's got a leg for a minute. And Weighmaster kicks out of it. 20 seconds left, first period. Now Weighmaster's breaking him down again as he did early on. 10 seconds left. If Andy can hold on here, there will be no score. If he gets behind him, it's going to be a 2-point thing, and Andy does a nice job getting out of that deal. Wow.
0-0 after one period.
Just as he gets behind him for the takedown, Andy stands up and turns and gets out of harm's way.
Russell goes down to start the second period. Andy in control. Got a foothold. Is escaped by the Russell wrestler. Makes it 1-0 in favor of Russell here. Oh, Russell wrestler tried to get him down to his leg and fell to the floor. But Andy couldn't take advantage of him. Andy tries to dive. The Russell player takes him out of it.
Why didn't Russell have a better football team, Dale? This Weighmaster cats
Well, you know,
well put together.
They ended up having a fairly decent season. We beat them, but they had some good wins after they played us.
He's got a leg in on Andy. Andy's trying to sprawl out. He does a good job. Weighmaster gets back behind him. Now he's got him. But Andy's got good balance for a big guy, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He's got a leg. Weighmaster, very, very strong, kicks out of that thing. That's a 2-point takedown for Russell.
3-0 for Weighmaster.
Andy had that leg clear up in the air, and Weighmaster kicked right out of that thing. Andy almost stood up for the
out of bounds
escape. That Weighmaster sure looks like he's 20 pounds heavier than Andy, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
At least 10, 15. Andy's got him. He's got him.
Reversal. 3-2. 8 seconds in the second period.
Oh, Andy's pretty quick. Quick to jump him. He knew he made a mistake. Andy took advantage of it, and Coach Giles wants Andy to take down here.
The reversal will put him ahead. Escape
Good match. Yeah, that's a good match. And he does it. He's on top of him.
There's an escape. 3 all. Tied up.
This is a good one.
1:45 to go.
That Weighmaster, he breaks you down. He's a big dude. He's heavy. Andy's got a leg, though. And he's got a leg. Andy's got a leg.
Down. 5-3.
He worked his way up. Textbook wrestling, had the leg, worked his way up, and put the big guy down on the mat for a 2-point takedown. Now Griffith has got an arm shot in. He's going to try. He's not done yet, is he?
Nope.
You don't want to let this guy stand up. He's so strong in the legs. This Waymaster's got.
Will tie it.
Get him off the mat, Andy. Andy's still got a leg.
55 seconds.
Get him off the mat, Andy. Get him off. Good job. Waymaster will be down. 45 seconds left. It's a good match here. Andy Griffith ahead by 2, 5-3. And he takes him down. Good job, Andy. Breaks him right down. 35 seconds left. Andy Griffith on top for Minneapolis. Waymaster.
Oh, escape.
Big strong dude, isn't he?
5-4. Twenty seconds.
Waymaster's got a leg. Andy's
out of bounds.
Nope, they're not going to give him any points yet.
Out of bounds. 12 seconds. It's 5-4 in favor of Andy Griffith.
That was close. They were out of bounds, but it could have easily gone the other way. He needs a takedown. Andy up. Waymaster shoots in. Both wrestlers pretty tired. That's the way it's going to end. Wow. That's a pretty good match.
Yes, it was.
Waymaster had Andy down over there, but they were just too far off the mat. They had to call it out of bounds because they would have rolled over one time. They'd been on the hardwood.
Makes the score 37-25 in favor of the Lions. One
we
match
get
to go, and we get 6 points though at open. Makes the final 43-25 in favor of the Lions here tonight versus Russell.
I think Waymaster ran out of gas.
Yep, that's what it was. They were both out of gas. The coaches over there think. So final 43-25. We're going to have a exhibition here. Did you catch the name?
No.
Who's wrestling? Daryl Simmons? Daryl Simmons.
He sure looks different than he did the first time he wrestled this in the first match, but this is Daryl Simmons again for Minneapolis. I think this is Dalton Davis for Russell. And I think my wife's going to make me supper if I
You just go home, huh?
if I just go home. Either that or a Pizza Hut. And Simmons doing a good job here on top with the takedown. Well, Minneapolis is going to come out on top in this duel, as they did with the duel with Republic County. Minneapolis 43 and Russell 25. Been a little closer. Andy Griffith with that Waymaster cat, and he's over there. He's spent.
Yeah, he's exhausted.
Andy worked him pretty good in the latter period. Pretty exciting match. Guy had him down going off the edge of the mat. 2-2 here as Simmons is getting rolled over by Davis. He's got an arm shot in. That's it. Simmons on his back there.
Our last match of the evening, an exhibition at weight class 103. Minneapolis Nathan Reed for Russell Jordan Stroud.
Nathan Reed at 103, an exhibition. The last match of the evening coming up.
And Straub. I think is going to wrestle at 112. Nathan at 103, Straub at 112. You can tell the difference, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nathan quick to get behind him for the takedown. 2 points. Oh, pretty good turnout here. Yeah, I forgot Mr. Hackett had a little bit of an epizootia out there at the racetrack this last
More than just a little bit.
summer. Nathan's got an arm working Kraus here, a heavier wrestler. Nathan's doing a good job. He's 112 and Nathan's 103. There's an escape. Nathan lets him go. Got a young man here. No, he's going the other way. I thought he was going to walk right across the mat.
Why not? Make life exciting.
Nathan in deep on this wrestler is going to work his way up. Just the way Coach taught him to do it. 2-point takedown right there, Nathan Reed. Coach Hawk is trying to get Nathan to shoot in. Thought he had him where he wanted him. Breaks him down nicely. The end of the first match.
Nathan's up
Or
4-1.
first period. This is the last exhibition match. Nathan breaking down the wrestler. Cross-faced him right there. He's going to try and get him rolled over. Wrestler is just going to go ahead and stand up. Nathan, a little bit of trouble here as he got caught with his arm over the top of his head. Now, all of a sudden, the wrestler had him in a predicament right off the...
I think his chest still hurting him from that body slam earlier.
I think so. Walking a little gingerly.
So Minneapolis with 2 nice dual wins here tonight against Republic County and Russell. I have no idea where that puts them on the season, but it's getting down towards the end of this regular season. Next Thursday night will be the final home contest with senior night, so I urge all of you to come out if you can. That'll be a real good contest against Beloit next Thursday night. And of course, I'm sure they'll be wrestling somewhere this weekend, but I have no idea where.
I don't know where either.
But anyway, Dale Leach and Mike Perry going to sign off for tonight. Thanks for listening here on Channel 8 live on Eagle Television and on 910 KINA live on the internet. We're going to sign off, and good night. Thanks for listening and having us in your home.
Good night, everybody.